Thank you very much, Igor, for the introduction. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone, and thanks for joining this webinar. I want to start first my presentation showing you some numbers related to the first quarter of 2020. This is an infographic showing what is happening in internet in 60 seconds. As you can see, we have, for example, people are sending 59 million messages. We are sending 190 million emails. And what is more important for us now, there are 4.1 million search queries. On a total population of around 7.77 billion, we have 4.57 billion internet users. These 4.57 billion users, which by the way increased by 7.1% on a yearly basis, they are spending an average of 6 hours and 40 minutes, daily average 6 hours, 40 minutes online. Let's see quickly what happened in the last month, April, with the COVID-19. This is a survey who shows that 76% of the participants in the survey, they confirm that they are using internet and mobile phone more, 45% they are using laptop and computer, and so on. I can tell you, I can apply of many of these ones. Let's speak for a second about the coronavirus while reading this picture I found yesterday. More or less, all of us are experiencing strict or less strict quarantine. Some maybe already have the chance to go to the hairdresser or to eat in a restaurant. Here in Panama, we are since 8 weeks in full 24/7 lockdown with 2 hours of hot air every 48 hours based on the gender and on the last digit of our ID. I am not a doctor. I am not a virologist. Otherwise, probably I won't have time to attend this webinar. But if I do, I would like to know if the virus is getting stronger or weaker, just to know, as I hope Panama will stop the quarantine soon, what I will do. I will just Google it. I will Google probably coronavirus getting weaker, or I will Google coronavirus getting more contagious. And let's see the result. Not bad. It looks like coronavirus is getting weaker. Coronavirus mutation gives hope pandemic could soon be over. But if I Google getting more contagious, I will get coronavirus mutated and appears to be more contagious. It shouldn't be a problem because I think that coronavirus is something new and we didn't know 3 months ago what we know now. But actually all these news appear to appear online between the 5th and the 6th of May. And as you can see, these are respectable and official sources. Imagine how many unofficial sources, bloggers, are posting whatever news they want in order to get their article read, and why not maybe some money out of the advertising. Internet is full of everything and anything. Whatever you want to make it appear on the web, you can do it. There is basically no control. Imagine instead of Googling a topic like COVID-19, you Google a name of a possible business partner, or someone you want to close a deal with, or a prospect, or even a client you know since a long time, or a family, friends. And imagine if you find strange information about it, how you would react. Imagine how someone can be psychologically influenced by any news he reads. Imagine how someone can be reputationally damaged by negative news. And what if these news are absolutely fake? Because a court maybe after many years decided that you had nothing to do with a specific accusation, and this news still remain in internet. I give you a statistic. The negative news are read 70% more than the good one. So even if you were absolutely innocent or didn't do anything, the chance to get positive news that says that you were innocent are less than to get the bad one. Or imagine if someone, a competitor, wants to write something on a forum and speak about a bad service, supposedly a bad service he got from your service, which is not true. So just to summarize, internet is full of fake news, inappropriate content, and damaging information. Internet seems to have gotten control of everything, of our data, our time as never before our life. Let's think about this quote. Tell me, whoever, I would like to know who never heard this quote. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Theoretically, because in the end, everybody speaks. But let's rephrase this sentence and put it in the context of internet. And let's write it again. What happens on internet stays on internet forever. You think you cannot do nothing about it. You think you cannot control it. You think you cannot change it. Wrong. Now we can. It's time to get back in charge. It's time to get control of our online reputation. It's time to exercise the right to manage our online reputation. But how can we do this? We can do it applying the right to be forgotten. Bear in mind this date, May 13, 2014, a new era for privacy. In May 2014, the Court of Justice of the European Union found that individuals have the right to ask search engines, like Google, to delete certain results about them. This is called the Costeja against Google Spain case. This ruling solidified the meaning of the right to be forgotten as a human right. Rather than removing the past, it protects the present life individual has built. This is another important date, which happened 4 years after the previous one, May 25th, 2018. A new privacy regulation, GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation. In May 18, the European Commission applied the GDPR across the economic European area. The GDPR aims primarily to give control to individuals over their personal data. The GDPR introduced a consolidated right to erasure through the Article 17, while retaining principle requiring that personal data to be accurate and up to date. This regulation became a model in many national laws outside the European Union, including, for example, Chile, Japan, Brazil. In Brazil, for the people listening from Brazil, the GDPR will be applied starting July 2020, this year. In Panama, where I'm staying right now, there is the Law 81, the Privacy Data Protection Law, and will be put in place in end of March 2021. USA is a different topic. USA is 50 independent states, but let me share with you that the California Consumer Privacy Act, adopted on 28 June 2018 and implemented 1st January 2020, has many similarities with the GDPR, including the right to be forgotten. Let's speak now about our team. Ealixir was founded in Italy in 2018, thanks to the vision of Mr. Enea Angelo Trevisan, an entrepreneur and businessman who had been active in the digital industry for more than 10 years, and who was one of the victims of internet. It took him many years in Italy to solve this issue, which was false. But the negative information still remained in internet. And even if it were, of course, were not accurate anymore, they create a problem to his reputation. Our team is composed by a high-profile professional originating from the world of internet, IT, management, and communication, who constantly guarantee the update of the product and services offered to customers. Sorry. What does it mean? It means that we have a very good group of people that are experts in the IT. They are experts in understanding what is changing in the IT, in the internet on a daily basis. I don't know if you are aware, but Google changing its algorithm a couple of times per year. The last one happened a few weeks back. So our IT, they are doing their best job in order to be able to find all the information our clients or our prospects are looking to be worked on. And then on the other side, we have a very important part of the team they are lawyers specialized in the management and protection of digital identity. The lawyers are specialized in understanding and the new laws that appear in the countries. And on the other side, we have plenty of legal assistants, which are the ones taking care of your case. Guys, Ealixir job is not like pressing a button and switching off the link. It's a legal work in order to mediate with the sources and counterparties in order to apply our client's rights. If someone is offering the chance to have a link canceled instantly, believe me, I won't trust them because hackering is something illegal. Let me start speaking now about the services Ealixir is offering. The first and historic service is Ealixir removal. Ealixir removal protects the online reputation of individuals and companies and ensure that the right to be forgotten will be applied. It's important to mention that in the country where the right to be forgotten doesn't apply, Ealixir relies on specific GDPR of the single country through its data protection and privacy law. Through Ealixir removal, our clients are able to identify all the links or the news that are damaging their online reputation based on specific keywords they are sharing with us first. To choose the links they would like Ealixir to work on, and if these links are feasible, based on a feasibility analysis we are performing first, are feasible to be worked. Our job is to help them to apply the right and to erase them and to erase the links from the web or to de-index them from the web engine or modify them in their context. Clients can monitor the evolution of their specific case through the exclusive access to our platform. The second and as well important service we are offering is called News Delete. News Delete is able to promptly identify the online content appearing in blacklist international database, such for example, WorldCheck, LexisNexis, Dow Jones, and so on. Instead of speaking about how Ealixir or News Delete is working on this case, let me speak about an example, a real case. Of course, we got to the person's permission to share this information because of data protection, of course. And this person is me. If you type my name in internet, you cannot find any links associated to MAS, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, but I can assure that there was. Ealixir Story is able to guarantee to our clients customized editorial plans through articles speaking about his profile and his business published in several well-known international media, depending on our client's needs. The result is to create true and positive content to create or improve our clients' online reputation. We realized the necessity of Ealixir Story when a couple of our clients, after removing the negative information, realized that they basically didn't have any exposure in the internet anymore, or they were absolutely neutral. The target of Ealixir Story is to give the chance to the client to mirror their real life with the virtual one. All the services mentioned before can be monitored through the Web ID. Web ID is our detailed report about your online contents and conversation regarding individual, brand, or company. Web ID helps to understand the health of our digital identity and points out what should be done to build, improve, or modify your positioning in order to align the online image with the real one. I repeat, the online image with the real one. Just let me quickly talk about what we mean with the money-back guarantee. Money-back guarantee is something that is strictly mentioned in our contract. If by the end of the time mentioned in the contract, we are not able to terminate what we promised to do, the client will be entitled to is entitled for the reimbursement for the amount in proportion to the service that have not been carried out. I want to highlight this because this means that Ealixir believes in what does. So if the client is happy, Ealixir is happy. And believe me, I never saw, and I can only describe the compliments and the thanks that we receive from clients that are satisfied. It's like they got a second life once they are able again to work, to open bank accounts, to close a deal, and in many cases, the reputational issue is also in the family and friends. And when they can settle this, they are very, very happy and satisfied. The last point I want to mention before to pass the word to Alberto Grua is the strict ethical code of conduct that Ealixir has. Ealixir agrees with the principle that the law is the same for everyone. However, Ealixir reserves the right to refuse mandate of definitely convicted subjects, all responsible for serious crimes, such murder, child and women violence, drugs, and other similar crimes, even if everyone can apply his right to be forgotten. I will pass now the word to Alberto Grua, COO of Ealixir, who is going to present some Ealixir number. Alberto, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Nicola, and buongiorno from Milan. Actually, yes, you're right. I'm in Milan, where actually COVID-19, well, we went through some experiences here, but I would like also to share with you the message that we are getting out. So feel free to plan a wonderful summer vacation in this marvelous country, where outside currently we have 28 degrees. I have the privilege to run the global organization of Ealixir. Nicola has perfectly presented our situation, our market opportunity. And actually, when you will see now on the first slide, you will see that, let's say, there is a huge opportunity. There are millions and millions of people which are victim of this miscommunication, fake news, obsolete information. And to the point that actually we have been working, we have been growing, and we have been working with an increasing number of clients. And actually we are already in we operate already in 28 countries through right to be forgotten, GDPR, privacy. We always find a way to ensure that let's say, the final success is granted. When you look at the next chart, you will also see that in only 2 years, we have already, let's say, served 758 customers. This is at the end of last year. I can assure you that we have already been working on let's say, challenges belonging to customers also this year. So we are well above 800 customers. When you also look at another number on the following slide, you will see that this is what is amazing. This goes back to what Nicola was saying. So let's say when you combine fake news, obsolete news, let's say incorrect information, you can see that in the web, there is an immense number of negative links which are truly generating issues to our clients. And in roughly 2 years, we have already removed 20,000, more than 20,000 links. I can tell you that as of end of April, we are already at 23,000 links. Of course, there are some rules. This has been clearly pointed out by Nicola, but I've seen a few seconds ago a question saying, well, we can remove everything. Well, let's say among the rules that have been already presented by Nicola, there is also another rule, which is there is a timeline which has to be respected. For example, to remove some links within the blacklist, so WorldCheck and the others, well, you need to have a certain time depending on the link, on the content of the link. Can be 1 year or can be 2 years, or can be in other cases even longer, as well as usually we do not want to remove news which are too fresh, because we want to respect the fact that anybody, particularly journalists, but not only, is free to publish what he or she wants. So we have to, let's say, perform a feasibility test, which is absolutely crucial. This is why we are a leading company. We do not promise unless we can deliver. And actually, you will see on the next slide that the fact that we do that is because actually we want customers to be satisfied. And 100% is really a challenge to keep sometimes, because we have a truly serious cases that we have to take care of. But on the other end, it's our minimum goal, also because we do not want to return the money, because returning the money is not a financial issue for us, but it's really a disappointment for our clients. And when somebody is asking to remove, I don't know, 100 links, and we remove only 97, I mean, superficially, you could say, well, that's not bad, but in reality, it is bad, because those 3 left out will rank up into the web, creating again serious issue to our clients. This is why we really are maniacally focused in doing everything we can to, let's say, offer the best possible service. And I can tell you there are, of course, competitors around the world, none of them able to do what we do. And the point is that none of them is offering, let's say, the chance to return money, because of course they do not feel safe to perform at the maximum level. Over the last years, on the next slide, you will see that we have established to remove all those links and to, let's say, arrange these Ealixir stories. We have established a very, very tight contact with many newspapers and websites you can see there. And of course, this helps us because we are absolutely well recognized. We are highly respected. We are considered one, let's say, reliable partner. Google has considered ourselves the best or most professional player in this world. And of course, having established this strong and solid contacts gives us the chance also to be sometimes even very fast in taking care of some of the challenges of our customers. And the last number I want to show you on the next slide is this one. You know, let's say, in getting stronger and stronger in removing links, we have also established an amazing network of professionals, which are professional journalists, where, you know, we have them, and we have them in our 28 countries. So what we do with them is also we work to, let's say, build up the so-called Ealixir stories. And this is something very important that I want to stress, because, you know, the web can be negative when there are fake, unprofessional, obsolete, incorrect news, but can be an extremely powerful engine when you want to build up something positive. We choose press agencies which are the best in the world, because these are the ones where, you know, you get through only if you have the ability to truly put together something extremely correct and serious. And this is something that is going to help us a lot in keep growing. And actually, allow me also to tell you that when you combine all these numbers, and having been the one having the privilege to run the global organization, well, actually, I want also to take the opportunities, considering that I've been told there are a couple of hundreds people and, well, representing several countries. I mean, we are here also, you know, to attract people. And I do not mean only clients, which can be very small or extremely huge, but also professionals helping us in getting to customers. Because, you know, we consider that around the world, there are millions and millions of people experiencing what Nicola has experienced in his life. And by the way, me as well. So therefore, you know, sometimes, you know, it's very good, important to have this sort of helping people, people helping us in identifying customers. So feel free, you know, to get in touch with Nicola, with myself. We are, as I mentioned, present in all the 28 countries, and we are on a growing phase, which is totally amazing, because actually I would like to share with you on the last slide something that we are all very proud of, because soon, of course, we cannot disclose anything about that, but soon we will be listed at the NASDAQ. We have been performing in such a way that we, let's say, our growth, our quality, our professionalism has been well recognized by investors. And this is going to be, for us, a major achievement, which will give us the chance to further increase our critical mass and to expand our geographical and organizational footprint. So happy to help you for anything, directly, indirectly, you have to. And once again, thank you very, very much for having given us the chance to present ourselves.
Thank you very much. And remember, your future business card won't be what is written in the card or how you dress up, but mainly how you appear online. Thank you all, and we are here for listen to some questions.
Yep.
Thank you very much, both Nicola and Alberto. Thank you really for interesting and something unique subject that you are covering now. I see a couple of questions, and thank you, Alberto. You've picked one of the questions already, so I removed it. So one question is about, is more comprehensive. Let me read it out. Hello, if the fraudsters created a website in Panama, the servers are located in Panama, which completely copies another site in order to collect personal and bank data of customers. How quickly is it possible to block the operation of this fraudulent site? What can you advise to do?
Well, if I may,
go ahead.
Here it's not necessary. I mean, this is fraud, so it's something slightly different. This is not related to somebody doing things or sharing incorrect or fake things. This is fraud. So I would definitely advise to go to a lawyer and to sue them, and to definitely act much more aggressively than simply, let's say, cleaning the web.
Okay, thank you very much. So the next one is more general. What about the reputation of Panama nowadays? After CRS should be better, but it would be interesting to hear your opinion.
Excuse me, can you repeat it? I didn't hear it properly.
So the question, what about the reputation of Panama? That's the question. After CRS should be better, but it would be interesting to hear your opinion.
You refer to being Panama on the blacklist?
I think that one of the panelists is asking about the Panama Papers and all this other information, and concerned about Panama's overall reputation. Okay,
but basically this question is not definitely related to Ealixir, because Ealixir, as I said, is the headquarters is in Italy with several offices and execution offices around the globe. But if I can reply to this, I mean, I don't want to be a bit sarcastic, but nowadays, the European Union or whoever likes to put Panama on the blacklist one day, yes, and then take it out the day after. I mean, Panama Papers are over since many, many years. We can just make an example, simple example. Beginning of the year, also Saudi Arabia was put on the blacklist together with Panama and other countries. Now they just revisit the list and took out Saudi, probably, I don't want to say this, but probably because they put a bit of pressure on the European Union to disappear from this list. Panama is smaller. Of course, it's easier to go against smaller countries, but Panama is a nice country with full of opportunities to do business.
Okay. Actually, there is another question that I read. Can you remove the article from 2019 from Google search if the person confirms with legal documents that the article contained false information? I would say the answer is yes, but of course, as I always say, we are extremely serious and professional. So therefore, we want to perform a feasibility test. So we would need to get in touch with the person to check the article, to get the information. If then we can apply all the, let's say, legal requirements, yes, the answer is yes. There is another one with fee schedule, please. No, I cannot answer directly on this one, simply because it depends on the number of the links, of the complexity of the links. It cannot be, let's say, share. There is not a real list price, because sometimes maybe there is one link extremely difficult and then is a little bit more expensive than many others which are easy to handle.